welcome to My Worst Date. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina.
What did you do? Did you drop something?
Just going off the rails over here. I wasn't ready. Ready. You hit record. I didn't have my headphones on.
Like,
I dropped my phone.
Fuck it.
Go. She was like, let's do it.
She
was like, we're all tired.
You know, I see all those like, thank you, Christina's handing me my phone. I see all those, and I don't know if they're jokes, but they're like Instagram ads that are like, protect your face, like when you're like laying in bed scrolling. And I'm like, who the fuck needs that? Me? Because I dropped my phone.
You dropped your phone on your head?
This morning, I dropped my phone on my eye. It was like the corner of my phone came down on my eye.
Ooh.
In like such a way that like I saw a star. You know what I mean? Where I was just like, did I just fuck my eye up?
Girl, don't you have a
pop socket or
type
something?
of situation?
I don't on my phone. But I don't.
You just raw dog your phone.
It's not.
Just
Look,
raw
I'm not taking
dog.
anything from you. Miss didn't have a case for like 2 fucking years.
I was living on the edge.
You really were.
But yeah, no, I dropped my phone like right in my fucking face.
Oof.
Honestly,
You're like, who would do? Oh.
Well, I was a real mess this morning because last night we had a surprise going away party for Cassie.
We have to tell this story from the beginning.
From the top.
From the
from the
tippity top.
So, Cassie is going to be moving to Germany, which we have mentioned on this podcast before. And I decided we could not let that happen without some sort of send-off.
Yeah.
So I plotted.
Oh my God.
Planned.
Sneaky as the snakes.
Sneaky snakes.
You better
created
believe
a group
I was
chat.
and you better believe I was double, triple check any text I sent because this has happened before where we have like multiple group chats going.
Well, we almost spoiled Christina.
Yes.
When she got divorced.
Yeah,
her
we
divorce
had a surprise going away, a surprise divorce party, and our friend Mackenzie like said something about it in our regular like girl group chat, and we were like, no.
But me, what people don't know is that I never ever think that I'm oblivious.
Yeah.
I'm clueless.
Yeah.
So literally was just like, I don't know what that means.
I suspect everybody of everything all of the time.
So I had to be on
extra.
You had to be like to the point that even when Keegan reached out to me, what had just happened the Thursday, we were supposed to get together for dinner on Thursday. You had been like, I can't do it. I'm not coming into town. I'm actually coming into town on Friday, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. And then Keegan, like within the hour, was like, hey, do you want to grab dinner? It felt very like, oh, that kind of thing kind of fell through. Right. And then Keegan was like, hey, do you want to have dinner?
And we'd been trying to get together for a drink, and it got canceled, the week before. So I was like, oh, this is good. And I was like, yeah, I've been really wanting to go back to that Italian place I went to for my birthday. Like, can we go there?
And it's nice, but it's not like, woo, God, write home about it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's like, all right. I mean, I truly didn't think anything of it. It just made sense.
Yeah. So meanwhile, on the back end, I'm coordinating everybody. I'm calling the restaurant. I made reservations. I had to go back and forth with them a few times about prefix menu. They wanted to do a prefix menu. And like all this stuff. I was like, no, we're not doing that. And then the thing about the ressrestaurant, the most important thing about the restaurant is it's right down the street from our local watering hole, which has been a huge part of our story throughout the years, the Barrel. So
if you've listened since the beginning, you've heard you've heard tale of the old Barrel and the new Barrel. Yeah.
And I gotta say, the people that run the new Barrel,
absolutely
incredibly nice. I had a lovely conversation. It was very easy. They were like, yep, bring decorations. You want to bring cupcakes?
We're having karaoke.
We're having karaoke, which was very important.
Yeah.
So it was like actually pretty easy. Everybody, we had to go back and forth on the date. We had settled on the Friday, so it was great. But yeah, we did the dang thing. Oh. I don't know the last time I had been up past midnight.
I gotta tell the rest of this, my side of the suspect story, because then Keegan is like texted me, and I told you I suspect everything all the time. I'm always sus. I'm always sus of everyone. Keegan was like, I'm gonna dress up tonight. I'm gonna wear makeup, blah blah blah. I haven't been out for a while, and I was like, I had that very 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 tiny, which she would do anyway.
Yeah,
but I had this really tiny like little boop in my brain, and I was like, nah.
I was actually surprised that was suspicious to you because
it was just you and I was like, why would you tell me that? I don't know why.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Because usually when we are going out, like if it's the girls, we're always like, what are you wearing? Like, are we all dressing up? Because we've definitely done that thing where like we've gone to brunch before. Like I have a picture of us that we went to brunch and like two people are in like jeans and t-shirts and then I'm in like heels and then Cassie's in like a sundress. And I'm like, we look like we're going to different places. You know what I mean?
We did not coordinate, ladies.
So I do usually try. And also I did the same thing when we had our business meeting where I was like, I feel like a fucking goblin. I'm letting you guys know I'm going full face tonight.
Yeah.
I want you to know.
Which is something you do. And that's why I was like, it only bubbled to the surface and then immediately went away. I didn't think about it again. I didn't think about it again until I was like leaving my house and I'm already like, shit, I'm running late. She said to be there at 7:15. I was like, fuck. So I'm texting her and I was like, hey, I'm on my way. That was it. And then she was like, well, hey, come up to my house. I'm still, when you get here, maybe just come up and I'm still doing something for work.
I was like, I have some emails I have to send. Well, because here's the thing.
You on a Friday night.
I didn't even put together the Friday night. I just put together like a fuck them in my brain. Like, no, stop working. You're done working. And I was like, I'm not coming upstairs. In my brain, I was like, I'm not. You're going to meet me down here. No.
I have to explain this.
Okay.
Because I'm in the group chat, right? Yeah. And it's like reservations are for 7:30. I had also told you 7:30.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have made sense for me to be like 7:45. Like that would have been suspicious, right?
Yeah, because that's so exact.
Yeah, so I told Cassie 7:30 and in the group chat, like they're all like, so we get there at 7:30 and Christina's like, yeah, I get there at 7:30 and I was like, do not get there at 7:30
because I am also going to get there at 7:30.
7:25.
Cassie is an early, so I'm like, I'm already going to have to stall her because she's going to want to be there. I'm going to try and get her there at 7:30 because I know like if we're late, she's going to be stressed.
I was. How fast did I walk to the restaurant?
We sped walk.
I was like pacing.
We did.
Pacing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it was just weird. I'm like, what time?
And we got there at 7:31 and she was stressed.
Dude.
And then she walks in the door and like whispers in the ear of the
because I couldn't see the group. I was like, where?
I was like, what is Keegan doing?
She is behaving so strangely.
It was so weird. I was like, what are you doing, you fucking creeper?
Like, pss, pss, pss,
and I was like, stop it.
Why are you standing so close
to her? And then she's like, oh, so you see them? And I was like, oh, are you fucking kidding?
Yep.
Yeah.
And kudos to all of our friends arriving early.
They nailed it. Everyone was there.
I was worried.
And seated.
I was totally worried because I was getting the updates on my phone and like literally when you texted me to say that you were like heading over, the Scotties hadn't left yet. Left their house. No. So I was like, oh no.
I know. I was like, come up to you. You're like, you can just come up. I'm like, I'm already running late. It's 7:15. We have to be there at 7:30. No.
But we got you.
You fucking dude, no clue. And honestly, first of all, listen, in my wildest dreams, getting everybody, I mean,
it's hard to do.
Yeah. It was insane.
It's hard to do these days.
It was wild.
Yeah. People got sitters. We did the damn thing. Yeah. We got decor. My favorite thing, we got the picture frame for you, the digital picture frame that you get to take us to Germany with you, and we can send you weird pics and videos.
Oh my God, I can't fucking wait. So yeah, they got me a picture frame that like sends, so it's like a digital picture frame and you can send remotely.
Yeah.
So that's super cool.
Yeah.
I thought about something like that for my parents a while back ago. I was thinking, like, what a cool thing for my parents. Like,
I did too, and then I didn't want to set it up for them.
Truly. Like, it's not working proper. Forget it. You know what? Never mind.
No.
Never mind. Send them by snail mail. I don't know what to say.
Oh my God. Speaking of pictures, this is one of my favorite stories. So my photographer took around 900 photos of my wedding.
Oh God!
So we sent my mom a flash drive.
So Lord.
She can pick pictures out to print them out. She got all of them. She's like, I'm just printing all of them.
What?
She went and printed physical. She's like, it's just easier than trying to.
So she doesn't want to look at the thumbnail. So she's like, I'm just going to print
all of them.
Wow.
All of them.
How much was that?
Oh my God. Fortune. It had to be a fortune.
That is insanity.
I laughed so hard.
Parents are so funny. Parents are so funny.
Wow.
Like,
so now she's all of them, and not even all of it. Listen, I would say like 80% are good. It's incredible. They're
But then
really,
there's
really
a few
good.
of me
But
for
just
sure
like-
that were like
but, like,
psychotic
all
looking.
of them?
All of them.
You don't need all of them.
I don't want. I'm certain there's ones we don't want out.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all printed. They're physical copies. So
Wow.
Man.
yeah,
No
I
trees
love
were
it.
saved. So here's the best part of the story. I don't like to start things. I said this in the last episode a little bit. I kind of preluded to this.
Yeah, we should tell the listeners this, I suppose.
I showed up to Keegan.
You stressed me out so bad because we are walking to the restaurant. We're walking to the restaurant, and we knew we were going to do a double episode today. And the Tainted Loves were Christina and Cassie. And we are walking up there, and she's like, I still haven't done my Tainted Love. I'm going to have to do it after dinner. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, totally makes sense. And I'm freaking out because I know that after dinner
You
we have
kept that
plans.
really
I'm like,
under wraps.
We
I
are
had no
going
clue.
to the bar. Like, you're not going home. So I'm like, Tainted Love.
It's not
Who?
happening.
Yeah.
Girl, I didn't get home till like 1.
Yeah. No.
And I went to immediate sleep.
Of course.
Correct.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Yeah, no, I
I had the wherewithal to make myself chamomile tea. I made myself
You were
chamomile
better.
tea and-
Lovely.
You were
and
better than me.
Snug as a bug in a rug.
Dude, I took Advil. A couple
Preemptively.
sips of water, fell right out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
But dude, I was fucking wiped. So I'm, in my mind, I don't like to be, if I can't finish it top to bottom, I'm not going to start it.
Yep.
Because I just can't. My brain can't do those things. And I did not.
So this week, that is to say, there will not be a Tainted Love.
Because
But-
It's for a good reason.
Fail.
It was
It
for a
is
good
for a
cause.
good reason.
Yeah, it was for a good cause.
Because I think that this episode might be a little wacky and not up to or following the normal format, but it is the last time for a while, at least, that we will all be
Together,
recording in person.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
God, wait.
Don't you
Oh,
fucking
no.
start crying, I swear to God.
God.
You two keep it together.
It's not going to happen. I'm already
No,
tearing
it's-
up.
And when I think about, it has been 5.5 years
Don't do it.
since we started doing this every week, where we were 5.5
What we've
years ago, what we
been
were
through.
doing, what we've been through. We've talked about
Everything.
everything. God.
Yeah.
insane.
So many dates.
We started this when you were going through a divorce, and
Yeah.
now you are married again.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane,
got-
dude. It's insane.
Yeah. A lot
A
happens.
lot has happened.
I think the most special thing about this podcast, and this sounds very much like it's ending. Please,
Oh my
it's
God,
not.
we're
It's
not.
not. It's
No,
not. We're
no, no,
recording
no.
remotely,
Yeah.
but we're
live-
feeling
there's
nostalgic.
something- Yeah, there's something about the live recordings too.
Well, the
that
three of
always-
us being together.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the next week you're going to be, traveling, Keegan, and then you're traveling right after that. So, we'll, we'll adapt. We'll figure it out.
I mean, we adapted through COVID.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We figured it out then. We'll figure it out now.
Yep.
Yeah. And honestly, I kind of said this, I think, in a previous episode where it's like, I think that not only I want to keep doing it because and I don't want it to just be like I want to keep doing it because I love it. I love the podcast and I love this is our time. We get to hang out. And honestly, I feel like that's kind of the thing that we always see in the reviews. It's like, oh, you're just hanging out with our friends. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
It is. And I'm so glad people get that and see, 5 years of a relationship where you see those people on almost a very regular basis.
Yeah.
You can get tired of people. We've lasted more than some marriages.
Yeah.
Or some relationships.
Yeah.
Just general dating relationships. And that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do only have to see each other once a week.
Right.
Don't. And that's that is what we've learned about the key to a good relationship. If we can tell you anything,
That is the key.
in our new advice
Live
podcast.
separately.
Keep it sexy. Keep it sexy.
Yeah, live separately.
separately.
See each other once a week for 5 hours.
No socks in bed.
No socks in bed. None.
We're getting a solid.
Ooh, solid advice. Yeah.
We have had weeks. Like today, we've been here now for probably going on 5 hours.
Yeah, to literally,
we do live together. Actually,
we've been here, and we have this whole episode to record, and we've had days where we're like, all right, we're recording several episodes in a row, and we have spent like full fucking days.
Yeah.
And we never run out of anything to talk about. Like
I know.
of stuff to talk about. Like we can record 3 episodes and still find things to say, which
Brag.
is but I mean that is something.
No, it's absolutely something.
You know?
And I think that it's so funny that you say that, because I think about like when I first met Chris and when I was dating early in my dating life or whatever, that was always a big concern about to me. Like, oh man, what if we run out of things to talk about?
Yeah.
You know, it was like always my thing. Like, oh, what if we run out of stuff to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I don't know if that's a fear for everyone, but it always was for me. And but I think it can be the same thing with like any relationship, right? You're like, you start going in different directions. You no longer, find their same day stuff interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think for me, I stopped worrying about that when I started dating Eric, because I feel like conversing with him is very similar to conversing with you guys, in that
easy.
There's a plethora of things that we find interesting. So it's not just how was your day? How was your day?
Yeah. That's
but
right.
it's like, oh crap, I saw this really cool article, or like I read this thing.
I watched this documentary.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of stuff that we talk about and that we bring to the table. It's similar to what we have going on here, where we're like,
oh man, I saw this thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you see this TikTok? Do you see Tunnel Lady?
I heard about Tunnel Lady.
We talked about it briefly a couple episodes ago, but I was like trying to get us back on track because it was we were going
unhinged.
off the rails. Yes, but the tunnels are having a moan. They are having a moment. People are
guys
just
in New York.
I know. And he's like, some people owe me an apology.
That's right. He's like, I hear people speaking Yiddish below me, and I'm on the bottom floor. And
People are like,
okay,
fucking racist. Like, well, that could be. He's like, some people owe me an apology.
You have to explain that to the listeners who don't know what we're talking about.
My God. Yeah, I guess there's a tunnel under I don't even know the
In New
details.
York?
In New York, like under a synagogue or something. I don't even
Yes.
know what it is, what the purpose of, or whatever. But
it's
somebody
very
was like,
know that any
tweeting.
of us do.
No, I just know about like the guy who was tweeting about
and had been tweeting.
and people are like, okay, bro.
There was a video of somebody just like popping out of a sewer grate. Yeah, like they were talking about it on the Daily Zeitgeist, because they were like, it was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They just like peeked their head out like a fucking whack-a-mole or something.
Dude,
Oh,
the
no.
strangest things have been happening, because did you hear about, not to get us off topic, because this was a
No.
very
There's no
lovely,
topic.
like,
What
goodbye.
topic?
This is what topic is the name of this episode, honestly. What topic? No, did you see in Miami about the like 15-foot creatures in that mall?
Excuse
I'm sorry,
me?
what? I'm sorry, what?
What are you
No,
talking
wait,
about?
what?
So
15 feet? That's too many feet.
So apparently, like 200 cop cars surround this mall in Miami the other day. And I mean, like every cop in Miami, they close the police scanners. Like electricity goes off. People's cell phones aren't working.
No.
And they say they arrest 4 kids for playing with fireworks in the mall. But that's it. And then people that were in that mall are making TikToks like, we saw 15-foot creatures that look like they were glitching in and out.
You. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And
No.
there's videos of the police. And I'm like, they're not bringing out 200 cop cars to arrest 4 kids for playing with fireworks in the mall. So,
Girl, I am what?
yeah.
What?
So tunnels, 15-foot
Glitches.
creatures, 9-month sea cruise. What is happening in this
Neil
world?
the Seal. Have you been on Neil the Seal TikTok?
That is a joy.
Oh my God. Neil the Seal TikTok. Have you? Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, my husband sent it to
It's
us.
just like an anarchist
It's just,
seal.
I love
he just
it.
does what he wants.
Fucking
And look
love
good
it.
for him.
I love it.
Honestly.
Honestly.
You know, we need Neil the
Wow.
Seal because 2024. I'm
Because
worried.
15-foot
I'm
monsters.
worried because 15-foot monsters that are glitching in and out.
Whoever is controlling this
Simulation,
sim,
please
Oh,
God.
man.
I feel like it's
Have
karma
mercy.
What
for
is-
what I did to my Tamagotchi
Explain-
when I was like 8.
Explain to me again like I'm a toddler, 15 foot. What in the fuck is
Also,
what?
right,
What
yeah.
is this?
Creature is very broad. I
Right.
need it to be narrowed down for me. Like,
Tell
what
me
kind
more.
of creatures
They
are
were
we
saying
talking
it
about?
looked like it was coming in, like they were like it was glitching. I don't know how else to describe it. That these people are saying like it looked like it was coming in
But
and
what did
out
it look
of
like?
reality.
Are we talking about like I just watched Quiet Place 2? Are we talking about like monsters like that? Are we
Like a
talking about
hologram?
like
I don't know.
a giant slug? What
They
are we
just
talking
said
about? Like,
dark, very tall, and glitching.
oh,
That's the.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And
You
there's
guys.
like video of it and the being surrounded. The
Can we take
creatures.
a break so we can just look this up real quick?
I know.
I
We
am
definitely will.
perplexed.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, dude. This is
Okay, I got a good idea then.
reality now.
I have a good idea.
yeah.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh God. Monsters?
Yes.
Monsters.
Or like,
Ooh.
what are those called? Like NIDS.
Yeah. Like Bigfoot. Like
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Bigfoot or Mothman.
God, this is gonna get.
Dude, I like
All right.
this.
Okay.
I like this.
I think Mothman's in there for sure.
I got.
Oh,
You gotta
Mothman,
put the Mothman in
100.
there.
I got Nessie.
Oh my God.
Nessie.
I don't want to fuck
None of them.
Nessie.
I don't want to fuck none of them. What are you talking about? Mothman?
Giant moth.
No, I mean, we're doing Bigfoot then. Oh, for real.
All right.
we got to.
God. Are you a secret furry, Christina? I feel like you got so eager to
I
throw
do-
Bigfoot into
I
that
do
mix.
like hairy man.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Hairy on the body, bald on the head.
There you go.
Yeah.
No.
And then you married a guy who's got all the hair.
I know. I
his
do.
head, at
I
least.
do like his hair a
He's
lot.
got great
He's
hair.
got great hair.
Yeah.
It's actually like kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
It
right?
is.
It's
Yeah,
a
for
little
a man
bullshit.
in his like
Very
his
full.
40s, he's
Yeah,
like,
it's kinda
wow. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Nessie,
Jesus Christ.
Bigfoot,
This
and
is-
Mothman.
Listen, this is exactly how I
cannot
want to
wait
spend.
to see the Instagram post.
This is exactly how I want to spend the last day of live recording together.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
this is perfect.
I mean, I feel
I can't look up their zodiac signs.
Let's give them some. Well, I think obviously Nessie is a Pisces.
Pisces, yeah.
Quiet, shy, lives
Yeah.
in the water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mysterious.
Yeah, very mysterious, very quiet, very shy, very
Yes.
doesn't like everybody, doesn't really want to be seen by a lot of people.
I don't know why, but Mothman's giving me real Scorpio vibes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, Bigfoot is giving me real earth sign. I'm going Capricorn.
Yeah. I feel.
Right.
I think you're right.
Capricorn, and the thing of it is, it's like it's not trying to hide from people. It just doesn't really like people that much, and it's got shit to do. It just doesn't
Yeah.
here for you. It's not here
Right.
for you.
It's not here for you. It's not.
I'm not here for you.
Not like fame.
And I think it's that kind of energy that makes me want to marry Bigfoot.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually
You have to live in the woods, isolated from everybody.
Now I changed my mind. Yeah,
You get more
are
of a jet
very
set lifestyle with Mothman.
people person.
I'm just
yeah,
letting you
Mothman
know.
can fly you places.
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff.
getting around.
I don't know enough about Mothman, and I don't know that I'm curious enough.
Oh, dude, I
about
love
Mothman.
Mothman is great.
I love the
Mothman
yeah.
saves lives. He's a hero.
All right. You had me. Okay, fine. All right. I'm going to marry Mothman.
I'm very
But
scared.
I am going to fuck Bigfoot. Because I can't. Who can fuck Nessie? That's
Yeah.
weird.
I don't know. We watched The Shape of Water.
Oh my God. This might be the episode where everyone leaves us.
I hate this.
No. She's like, I want to on record say I hate this.
I hate this for me.
Oh, I don't want to. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I really don't. I really
I
don't.
am
I don't want
going-
to fuck any of them. I don't.
I know what
I
I'm going
don't.
to do. I know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to settle into my quiet Loch life with Nessie.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, it's peaceful. A Scottish
I
Loch.
was just his Scottish. The accent's
Beautiful.
great.
Yeah.
I love it. It's and then I gotta fuck Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Bigfoot is the most fuckable out of all of them.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Poor Keegan.
Does it help if you
we broke
imagine the Yeti from that one Rudolph the
I'm gonna
Red-Nosed
say no.
Reindeer?
No. Why would that make it better, Christina? Why is that better? That is.
I don't know. I was actually kind of
would that
picturing
help?
Chewbacca when I was making my
I
decision.
kind of was too. I'm not
Are you turned on by
No.
Chewbacca?
a little bit,
but more so than Mothman or
Oh no.
Ness. my God. I gotta be honest. There's part of me that just
The drawings I've seen of Mothman, it's
unsettling.
It's unsettling.
very.
It's giving Jeepers Creepers.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's very creepy. Moths are kind of creepy.
Yeah,
I
in general.
don't. I hate moths. If I'm honest.
So I'm a little freaked out. I'm freaked out and not in like a curious, like
Right.
might want to fuck it way.
No.
You know, like at all. Like, you know that there has to be like weird Mothman erotica out there.
Oh,
for
100.
sure, right?
Everything's out there.
Yeah,
We
okay.
we have reached peak content. I'm
Okay.
sure it's out there.
I am going to. So my instinct is to marry Nessie. However, I don't want to live under the water. Like, I really feel like
Could you do a cabin beside the water?
No,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we had just said
Yes.
that's one of our rules.
That would
Keep it
have to be
sexy,
my-
live separately.
that'd be my stipulation.
true.
That'd be my stipulation. I need a beach house.
Yep.
Next to the Loch, a Loch house.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
know.
it's beachy.
Well, you can have the practical magic house.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I love this for
I'll
you.
get the practical magic house. I'll be very cottage core.
Yes.
I'm gonna lean into
Yes.
like
Love this.
like Scottish cottage.
Potions.
Scottish.
cottage.
Wow, it's really hard to say. Scottish cottage core vibes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then me and Nessie will hang out.
Yeah.
On the shore.
Yeah.
You know, if she can work her magic and help me breathe underwater, I'm willing to go to her place.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not saying she always has to come to me. I mean, that feels very
And
one-sided.
I think that you guys will have that kind of respectful understanding of each other.
Yeah. Yes, I feel like
a
it's just
beautiful love.
It's
Yeah.
a chill life.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it's the least stressful of
Oh.
these three options.
Yeah.
You know,
It's probably not going to be very sexy.
that's all right.
But it's
I'm
okay.
okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm leaning into having just a quiet life. I'm gonna just crochet a lot while
Yes.
I look out over the loch. You know, yeah. There's just gentle music playing in the background. It smells like lavender in my house.
It's like
you
that
know?
flute music you hear at all the
Yeah.
different festivals and stuff. Very ocarina.
Yeah, I don't feel like I can live with Bigfoot. I feel like I have too much
I feel
hair.
like it stinks.
Anyway. Yeah, yes. And the hair everywhere.
Yeah.
I already have a hair problem in my house.
I feel
Cleaning
like
the drains
he-
would be a nightmare.
Let's be honest. He is the kind of guy who would walk around with a Frito toe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't wear clothes, but if he did, skid marks. You know?
Oh,
Yep.
That's the
100%.
vibe. That's the
You
vibe.
can't wipe that. I'm going to say, I don't think you can wipe that well with fur.
No. I don't think so. I mean, even with dogs, you have to groom their butthole.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
their hair's
It's like,
long.
Squeeze it.
Yeah. Oh, you got to express the anal gland. I'm not doing that for you.
No.
I'm not doing that for you.
No, that's what the
Bigfoot.
vet is for.
And it is not sexy. I don't want any part of that. And like, and so I'll be honest, having sex with either
Oh, God.
Bigfoot or Mothman. I looked up pictures of Mothman.
No.
No.
Can't be for you.
It is no. Every depiction, and they tried to make the statue sexy. There's a statue of
Yeah,
Mothman.
he's got abs.
And they did try to make the statue sexy. But at the end of the day, it's still a giant bug. It's a giant bug with talent. I can't get on board. And
You'll make me marry him.
the most common depictions are like, why is he shaped like that? Why? It's like I
Listen,
can't.
I don't appreciate you talking about my husband that way.
What is wrong with him?
and
Cassie?
quit body shaming my my
Yeah,
Mothman
so sorry. He
husband.
can't help it. He can't help it that he looks like that.
But Bigfoot's tall.
He is tall.
I think they're both tall. I think Mothman and Bigfoot are both tall.
Oh, great.
Like I think that that they got that going for them.
Oh, great.
Bigfoot, it just he seems so smelly. You know, I'm like, I don't know that I want to.
But does it feel like Mothman grooms himself a little better?
Yeah, it does. It does seem like he grooms himself better, but he's gonna be like scaly and like. I
think you're giving him
can't do it.
attributes.
I can't do it. I'm gonna have to fuck Bigfoot. I can't. You know how I feel about bugs.
You know,
I just can't do it.
If you did it doggy style, I think you'd get the least amount of like hair and detritus on you.
Is the dick hairy?
That's what I was about to ask. That's what I was about to ask.
I am going to
Or-
get a UTI
Is it
for sure.
Is it a red rocket situation?
Well, it has to be. Chewbacca's dick isn't out. It has to be inside.
We are not talking about Chewbacca's.
You opened the. I didn't. I want on the record. I didn't start this conversation. This isn't my fault.
Canceled
But
by
now that
George
we're here-
Lucas.
I am broken. You broke me.
You broke me. You broke me first. Do you remember how innocent I was in the beginning of this
I
podcast?
know.
Yeah.
Look what you've done to me.
what you've
God,
done.
I'm crying
Okay.
right now.
All right.
Chewbacca. There's got to be
No,
Chewbacca
of
fan fiction
course.
out there. I swear to God.
Chewbacca
I was
Han
like, say
Solo
rock,
fan
rock
fiction.
again.
You know there
Yeah.
is. You know there is.
Chewbacca and Bigfoot are not the same.
How do you know?
Aren't they? Aren't they, though? Aren't they?
Chewbacca is just space Bigfoot.
That's right.
True. Oh, my God. You want to... So I was at work the other day, and we were doing a casting, and my coworker was like... I was like, we were talking about music, and she said, punk music really is just jazz sped up. And I was like,
Get out.
I fucking hate you. Don't ever talk to me.
I just don't
again.
agree.
Yeah, that's not.
I don't agree either, but it did ruin my life.
Yeah, because you hate jazz.
I fucking
Famously.
hate jazz, but I love punk music.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh wow. Well, you guys, we got to take a break.
I gotta take a break.
Yeah.
We gotta take a break, and we're gonna come back with something. Probably date
Stories.
stories. Yes.
Yeah.
The thing. Yeah.
The
Great.
thing you tune in for? Question mark. And we're back, and I'm still unprepared. I knew it was coming this time, and I still didn't put my headphones on.
No
I don't-
headphones. You're about to drop your phone on the floor
I
again.
Just
No, we're
Nightmare.
chock
Can we
full
hold
of
this?
emotion. It's been an interesting couple of weeks into 2024.
Lord.
There's mall aliens. We just FMK'd monsters. Gassy's moving to Germany.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing the damn thing.
Mayhem.
Honestly.
Absolute mayhem.
Oh well, I will go first, even though I don't have a tainted love. We'll pretend.
Yep. We'll keep that structure.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
No.
I failed.
We could tell a story at the end. We can just talk. We can do whatever. This is our fucking podcast.
Yeah.
I could sit here and fart into the mic
I
if I
wish you
wanted
wouldn't
to.
do
Would
that.
like you not to do that. I really would appreciate it if you didn't.
I do feel like we
I
will
might leave.
lose.
I might leave.
listeners.
You might lose me.
Well,
You're like,
we
you,
did say
you
this
just
wasn't
take your headphones
Yeah.
off and you're like,
I'm done.
that's it.
That's it. You know what?
That's my line.
We should
too
just
far.
call it.
Too far.
Yeah.
All right. So when I was 18, a guy who pumped my gas asked me out. He was really attractive, and I was excited. We went out to eat.
I'm so sorry. I'm like, I pumped my gas. I was like, there's something right there. And I feel like
It's there.
we're just, let's just move on.
Yep.
It's fine.
We went out to eat. On the way back in his car, he littered an entire bag of trash out his window, which I called him ignorant for, and he didn't like
Oh,
that.
turn off.
It's awful.
Littering
Is so gross.
It's so gross. It is like, you know what? Just pull over.
Yeah.
We're done here.
That's so gross.
And
A whole
when
bag of trash? The audacity.
That's
and the audacity to
ballsy.
do, again, be disgusting by yourself.
Truly.
Amen.
Like this
Truly.
is someone you don't know. You have a stranger in your car, and
Yeah.
you feel this is so okay that you're just going to do it in front of your
trash
date?
out the window.
No.
well, then it makes me think like, what else will you do?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you think that this is
It's fine.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, we were about to find out.
Oh.
We got back to his apartment, and he's just standing there. And I realized the car door was open, and he was facing away from me, standing next to the driver's seat. I realized he's peeing.
Of course he is.
Outside of his fucking apartment
Of course,
building.
you're right there.
Go inside.
Your own toilet is not far
This
away.
guy's Bigfoot.
Oh my god! You see,
Bigfoot's like, keep my motherfucking name out your mouth.
I don't think. You know what? I think Bigfoot.
What
maybe
if he has
his
a
home is
house like
questionable.
a Berenstein Bears kind of house?
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Cozy.
very tidy and
Yeah.
cozy little cabin. He's like, what the fuck? He's listening to our podcast.
He's like, Christina's such a bitch. We're gonna get a
one
review.
star.
One star review. You don't know shit about me.
Keep my name out of your motherfucking mouth. Yeah, you know, I have to believe that Bigfoot is anti-littering. I do.
I
have
do.
to believe that. He
Yes,
lives in the
I do.
woods.
yeah.
I don't
You
think
know.
he's
Do you
gonna
think
do
he's
that.
friends with Smokey
I
the
do.
Bear?
Of
I do.
course he is.
They're
Don't be
homies.
silly.
Can we put this on record right now to say we're never going to fuck, marry, kill Smokey the Bear?
No.
And Yogi Bear.
I don't. Yeah.
No bears.
We already did the Charmin Bear.
No, that was awful. I hate ourselves for that.
Which is worse, the fuck, marry, kill we had today, or when we did the Charmin Bear, Mr. Clean, and whatever the other one was?
Brawny?
That was
Brawny guy?
the brawny guy. This one's
Brawny
worse.
guy's kind of hot.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh
obviously.
The only one. And then we were like, what do we do with these two? And we were like, you can't do snuggle.
No.
And thank God we didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like we've
No
done
more
some.
bears.
No more bears, guys.
Bears are off the table. Can we agree?
Yeah.
Can we?
We'll shake
now
hands
5
on
years
that.
again.
Yeah,
5
yeah.
years in.
No more
Can we?
bears.
No more bears.
No more
It
bears.
began and ended with the Charmin bear.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Bigfoot's close, though. I will have to say.
Yeah, and quit disparaging him. He would never pee outside of his car.
Exactly.
Or
He
litter.
wouldn't.
Or
This
litter.
guy's
Or
a
litter.
monster.
This guy's
Yeah.
a monster.
Yes.
I called him out, and as we were walking back to his apartment, he lightly spanked my butt and said, "Lighten up, Buttercup.
Oh.
It's okay." It's Keegan's favorite thing ever.
Oh my
Do you know
God.
what? Sometimes I wish I was a little bit more unhinged. Like, honestly, like, how fun would it be if, like, that guy was pissing right outside the car? You'd be like, oh, great. And you just dropped trow, squatted, and pissed too. I'll be like, oh, I really had to go too.
powerful
and then
scream.
this, like, oh, and
Eye
on my
contact.
stream, I have I can piss so fast and so hard.
She
and
Pays
just
right through the whole like universe.
eye contact with them, be like,
Yeah.
oh, awesome, and just piss.
Yeah.
You know? What's
Yeah.
good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, if
bitch.
you're allowed to do it,
then I am
I
too.
should be allowed
That's
to do
exactly right.
Let's do this. We're pissing outside. How do you like them apples?
Now, if a man did that to me now, I would have left, but I was young and naive.
it. Lighten up, Buttercup. Is that what you said?
Lighten up,
I
Buttercup.
don't-
It's okay.
It's not okay.
Smacked my ass.
None of this is okay.
I
None
hate
of
all
this
of
is
it.
okay.
I hate it. Our second date. This is the
No.
worst part of it right here. Our second
that you
date.
had a second date.
Why
Period.
are you going out with this guy again? Our second date at his apartment in the basement of his friend's house, who also is a guy with a family.
Wait, I'm sorry. I zoned out for like a second.
Yep,
and
I'll say it again.
So it took a delay for that to hit me.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you please say it again?
Our second date at his apartment, which is in the basement of his friend's house.
Okay.
Who is a guy with a family. He told me I couldn't pee upstairs and he didn't have a bathroom in the basement.
Oh,
I said,
okay.
I said, I'll go pee outside then, I guess. And to give me some napkins. And he said, ooh, that's gross.
What do you want me to do?
The fucking audacity.
I will pee on your couch.
Now that's when I started getting really annoyed. I said, I guess I have to go walk down to McDonald's then. He said, okay.
I'm going home.
I left, peed at McDonald's, and went home.
Oh my God.
And that was the end of that.
Oh
Wow.
my
That felt
God.
very 19 years old.
Yeah,
That was
that-
giving
Yeah.
young date energy.
You don't have a
You
bathroom?
don't have a bathroom?
Well, here's the thing. It sounds like they
what do you
do have
do?
a birth bathroom, but she just couldn't use it because she
he's-
can't go upstairs.
He's allowed to use the upstairs bathroom?
I'm hoping.
What if he's not
What
either?
if he's using country crock containers?
Oh my God. You're like, oh, maybe there's cookies in here. Oh,
It's pee.
Why is it sloshy?
Well, I was thinking about, I mean, where's he shitting if he can't
Girl,
go upstairs?
I can't. I just need you to know that I can't.
He's building a tunnel.
I just can't.
A tunnel to the McDonald's.
Yes,
You can get there
exactly.
Quickly, no traffic.
It pops up out of a grate in the street.
Oh my God.
You all owe me an apology. Cassie, I just have to say this because I imagine that we had listeners who were screaming when we were talking about this, screaming cryptid.
Cryptid, thank you.
I think is the
Thank
word you were trying to
cryptid.
think of.
Oh my God,
Wonderful.
totally.
Yes.
Thank you so
That's what I was thinking
much.
of when
Oh
I
my
zoned
God.
out for a second when you were talking about the bathroom
You're like,
or the
I know this
basement.
I do too, and I was like, why can't I?
Yes,
was like, never
yes,
mind.
yes.
I give up on it.
I know that always bothers me when I'm listening to a podcast and I'm like, I know the word, and I want them to get it so badly. So, listeners, please know we got it. We got it. We got there.
We're there.
Like
We're
30
there.
minutes later, we got there.
Okay, I got a fun one.
Okay.
Stop me if this feels familiar.
These do start to feel familiar after that.
Once went on a date when the suggestion was a walk. Now, I live in a nice part of the UK with plenty of lovely walks, and I've never been one to believe in a man paying for everything and always went Dutch with my now husband, so I didn't expect a younger man to wine and dine. What I did not expect was that the walk was actually a 14-mile
No.
hike get at speed
bent
around our coastline.
No
refreshments.
No.
Oh my God.
No rest stops.
Are we in a marathon?
Are we? Is this a date?
Am I going to get a medal at the end of this?
Yeah, right.
A ribbon.
Did I need to I feel like she needed to be preparing for this.
Yeah.
And all the time
What were my shoes?
exactly in heels,
Yeah, I
in
thought
wedges.
we were going on a walk.
Yeah. No.
I wore sandals.
All the time I had to listen to his interminable monotone mumbling about self-loading rifles and training for the army.
Oh, no.
I'm out.
No.
I'm out.
We eventually got chased through ankle-deep mud in a semi-twilight field full of cows. He clearly had no idea what a date actually was. What? And for a while, I seriously thought that was where the term speed dating came from.
Oh, Lord.
You said stop me if this sounds familiar. It doesn't.
Not at all.
But my sister, on the other hand, had hands down the worst date ever. She contacted a man from the local newspaper Lonely Hearts.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Okay.
He asked her out, and they agreed on a place. I cringe now that when he turned up in his car at an agreed meeting point and not our home, she got in it. A no-no nowadays.
Yeah.
Around 10 minutes later, I could hear her running up our cul-de-sac in her high heels.
Oh.
She ran in and sunk down on the sofa, breathing heavily and with her tights all ripped.
Oh.
We
my God.
thought the worst.
Yes.
It turns out he was a well-known character in our town who owned the roughest pub, and he was definitely no oil painting. And when she got in the car, he warned her about the floor. There wasn't one.
Oh!
He's got a fucking Flintstone car. Her tights were stuck to the seat as she realized it was burnt out inside. He claimed the car was still okay. I always think of planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh, my God.
No.
But informed her he had to fill with petrol, luckily from the garage at the end of our street. When he went in to pay, she ran out of the car and took her arse to home, never looking back.
Yeah.
She's like, nah, you know what? Never mind. Never fucking
Hop
mind.
in, and it's like the death-proof car.
No. No.
No, thank you, Kurt Russell.
I'm good.
I'm out of here.
No. Wow. Okay. This is hands down the most embarrassing date story I have. Here we go. After months of swiping and first dates that led nowhere, I finally met a girl I liked on Hinge. Let's call her Kate. She was pretty in a fun, doesn't take herself too seriously way. She was smart and had strong opinions and wasn't afraid to voice, which was appealing to me.
Can I add something? Because
Yeah.
I was about ready to say, oh, she's not like the other girls. We actually did get a comment on Instagram where somebody asked, like, why do you guys say that? Like, why is that a bad thing? And so I think that it's a good point to actually say why it is a bad thing. I feel like we've explained it on the podcast.
We have.
It's been a
not
long time.
Yeah, we have.
recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I feel like when you say like, oh, I'm not like the other girls, it's denigrating other women
Yes. Yeah.
in pursuit of competing for men. And so I don't agree with that. And
Man,
as somebody
you
that
just-
used to be that.
Absolutely.
Right. We all did.
We've all been
we
there.
all did. We all went through that phase. I think, and so I guess
Because nobody's like each other. We're all unique.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember when we said that in a recent episode that we recorded, and we were talking about like she liked motorcycles and was a something. And we made a joke like, oh, so she's not like the other girls, because there's this belief that like, if you like things that boys like, and if like you don't have girlfriends and you're one of the guys, then that somehow makes you better.
Right.
Right. And so we don't know these people at all. Like, who knows if
And
that's
also,
really.
there's plenty of women who like motorcycles.
Oh, absolutely.
And all of those things. That doesn't make you unique,
Right.
and it doesn't make you better. You're not better than me.
But yeah, it's just all about like, for me, it's like the term like, oh, I'm not like the other
I'm a
girls.
cool girl.
I'm a cool girl.
I'm not like the other girls. I only
cool,
have
Mom.
guy friends because girls are too much drama. It's that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And so when we say that, sometimes I realize like, I don't know these people. Like,
Yeah.
and who knows if that's actually how they are. But I think oftentimes whenever people describe girls that way, where they're like, she was really into cars and she's not like the other
Right.
girl. Like she's
That's
she's
the vibe.
better
It's,
somehow.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah. And I'm like, girls are fucking awesome.
girls are the best.
Yeah. Why not be like the other girls?
Yeah. Hi, Barbie. Okay. So I was walking on air after our first date. We met for coffee and talked for hours, eventually deciding to ditch the coffee shop for dinner and drinks, where we continued talking deep into the night, ending things with a perfect kiss that led to hot and heavy makeout session outside of her car.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that sounds
date.
like a great date. I love that.
For the next week, we texted
And that
every
was the
day.
end.
And the end. For the next week, we texted every day, and I was quickly falling for her. We set up a second date, and this time she invited me over, saying she wanted to cook me dinner. I was beyond thrilled.
Yeah, that means bang. bang
Exactly.
bang, 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 bang,
Exactly
bang, bang.
what
I
that
want to
means.
cook you dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my bed.
With my vagina.
The day of the date came, and I bought 2 bottles of nice red wine. I had noticed she favored them when we went out for dinner, and headed on over. The place smelled amazing. As she was a vegetarian, the meal consisted of some kind of bean dish served over rice with an incredible sauce.
Yum.
It was delicious. She introduced me to her cat, who took to me right away, rubbing up against me all night long and following me around.
I love this.
After we ate, we spent the evening talking, laughing, and drinking both bottles of wine. As we got tipsier and tipsier, we got closer and closer until we were full on making out.
So, yeah,
Wait.
Yeah.
This night was going great. We decide to take things to the bedroom, and when the cat tries to follow us in, mercifully, she shuts the door so that we can get intimate without her cat's eyes on us the whole time.
My cat is a full-on adult.
Yeah,
I don't like him in the room.
No.
He's
Your
a
cat
grown
could legally
man.
drink.
Yeah.
He can rent a car.
Yeah. No. The sex was incredible, despite the fact that the cat was howling loudly and clawing at the door the whole time.
Would
It's
be my
Chuck.
cat.
Yeah.
It would be Chuck. Hey, you guys. What are you
I want to play too.
I think you accidentally shut the door.
Hey, I think you meant to let me in, right?
Afterwards, she let the cat in, and we lay lazily and sleepily in bed, where she invited me to stay the night.
Nice.
I happily agreed, and soon I heard her drifting off to sleep humming, probably. At my side, the cat nestled between our legs. Not long after she fell asleep, I began to feel a rumbling in my stomach. The beans and all that red wine had left my stomach feeling sour. You know, like red wine can do that if you drink way too much of it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
beans?
it can.
That combo?
And-
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I began to feel gassy and uncomfortable, but every time I tried to reposition myself, the cat would wake up, swatting at my feet and legs.
He's like, settle down.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? What's that under the blanket?
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew I needed to fart, and badly. I should have warned the listeners. It's not a poop story. However, trigger warning.
Gas
gross.
involved.
Gross. Yeah. I could tell that this particular fart wasn't going to be a loud one, so I looked over at Kate, who was clearly deeply asleep, and made a decision.
Oh, no.
Rather than get up and risk setting the cat off and waking Kate up, I decided to risk letting it go in bed.
I'm so nervous right now.
It's going to smell
So bad.
bad.
I slowly wiggled away from Kate as much as I could, trying not to wake the now sleeping cat, and let it go. As I predicted, the fart did not make much noise at all.
That's worrisome.
But-
That is, you
That's a
prefer
baby
it.
diaper under there now.
You lift the cover and literally like, CDC is going to have to come in.
The fart did not make much noise at all, but there must have been a lot of gas in my intestines because the sheer force of wind that I let out caused the blanket on top of me to jump violently.
Wow.
This immediately caught the attention of the cat. No. Who, seeing and sensing movement, pounced.
Oh, no! He's going to catch your fart.
His claws went through the blanket and right into my upper thigh, narrowly missing my balls. I let out a yelp and jerked, gripping where the claws had sunk into my thigh and ass. I looked over at my date, worried I might have woken her, but she was still fast asleep.
Ooh.
My leg burned and itched where the cat had scratched it, and I thought about
cat scratch fever.
Yeah, I thought about getting up to rinse it off, but then it hit me. The smell.
Yep.
This had to be the most violent, silent, but deadly fart of all time.
I have done, and I've had done to me a fart so angry.
Oh my God.
And so violent that has woken me up out of sleep.
My God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It smelled like roadkill. I knew that I could not risk getting up and the possibility of Kate waking up now. Oh, no. I laid back down,
sleep through this,
praying that the smell would pass. When the unthinkable happened, Kate began to stir. She tossed for a moment before...
What is that? Being attacked?
No.
What? Are you okay? I don't smell that. I don't know.
She tossed for a moment before sleepily sitting up, eyes half closed. Do you smell that? She asked. Oh, what the fuck is that? It smells like shit.
Dude, I literally, that same thing happened to me. And Eric just like silently for a few seconds and goes, it was me.
The fuck is that?
It was me.
That's right. The smell of my fart had been enough to awaken her from her slumber.
Oh my God. Yes.
She lifted the blanket.
No.
Oh no.
No.
Honey.
Fearing that one of us or the cat had shit the bed. In doing so, she freed the noxious gas into the air.
That was it. Trapped. It was trapped. And it's so bad.
The warm stench hitting her right in the face so intensely that she physically flew backward. You lift the blanket up. You're, oh my God, what the fuck? Was all she said, leaping from the bed, hand over her nose. I'm so sorry. I think it was the beans. Was all I could say. Seeing that there was no way out and accepting defeat.
Oh my God.
She looked horrified, but then slowly relief creeped into her expression. That was a fart? Jesus, I'm just glad you didn't shit. She laughed it off, opened the windows, and suggested we go back into the living room while the bedroom aired out.
Oh man, that is bad.
Oh my God.
That
Wow.
is bad.
That woke her fully
From
up.
sleep.
Fully
From
awake.
sleep.
From a 2-bottle sleep.
Yep.
Too.
Oof.
We ended up dating for 5 years after that, even though
Amazing.
that story of our second date became something of an inside joke between us as the years wore on. It was utterly mortifying at the time.
Oh my God.
Second date. You can't do that on
Yeah.
a second date.
No.
That's rough. That is rough.
So
Oh
fucking
my
funny.
God.
The cat being like, "What's that? What was that?"
Chasing your fart. Fart goes. Oh my God.
Fucking hilarious.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
My favorites.
Yeah.
Just fart stories will never not be funny.
I mean,
Never.
yeah. I concede at this point. 5.5 years in, I'm like, yeah, they're funny.
Yeah.
I'm willing to accept it.
We broke.
We broke
Keegan.
Keegan.
I've been broken down bit by bit. I refuse to cross the boundary of any more fuck, marry, kills with bears. But outside of that,
Yeah.
you know,
I think we can make some resolutions. I think on this podcast now.
Yeah.
You know, now that we're 5 years in, and I
Lord.
think no bears.
yeah,
Yeah,
we've done a good
no,
job.
No,
you
like
know?
childhood favorite toys.
No,
No, that's
Things,
always a bummer.
yeah.
no, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, 5.5 years more.
Yeah.
sure,
Cheers to more.
yeah. Why
I
not?
feel like there's got to be a bad date we haven't heard or told yet.
Oh,
Oh,
for sure.
certainly. In fact, this is a good time to implore the listener.
Yeah.
If you have one that you've been sitting on for a long time,
After you just told that fart story, I don't know if that's the phrasing.
True. If you have a bad date story that you haven't yet shared
There you go.
with us, please do that.
Yeah.
We want to hear it.
Absolutely.
We need to hear it.
Yeah.
Quite
Hey,
frankly.
guys, once again, sorry for the total eclipse of Tainted Love this week, but we will be back next week with fresh stories.
Yeah.
And another
Keegan
normal
will,
episode.
Keegan will find this incredible tainted love that has
man.
to do with like a baby on a horse. With,
yeah.
with,
Yeah.
Baby on a horse or somebody buying several babies.
What's your favorite
and-
story that you've done?
You know, that one, the Olga of Kiev one, which if you want to listen to it and don't want to try and like go back through our archives, was just put up on the Queen's podcast.
Yeah.
We did an episode swap with them. So if you want to listen to that episode again, you can go over to Queen's podcast, and it's right, should be near the top.
It's also the title of that episode's Professor Raw Dog.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. But that one, simply because of your reaction to it.
Yeah.
Because
insane.
It was bananas.
Truly, I think Queen's podcast calls her the patron saint of having no fucking chill.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
completely fucking
She's
Truly.
had a few real doozies.
The live show that she did
Oh,
here
yeah.
in LA. Girl, one of my coworkers
I
still
laughed
talks about that fucking
so
episode.
hard.
the aliens.
Crescent, the alien.
Yeah, Crescent
my
the alien,
God.
who was hanging out in the Miami Mall recently.
I guess.
Wow, what if he's like, justified?
Yes.
Some people owe me an apology.
Yeah, that's exactly fucking right. Yes. What about you, Cass? What do you think is your favorite?
My favorite. I've done some doozies over the years. I have to think about this. I liked
your Carl Tanzler.
that was
way
that's
one
in
of
the
the first
Wayback
ones. Yeah.
Machine. So someone would have to
Yeah.
get into our Patreon
yeah
to
that
get
was
that, because we archived it.
That was a
But
good story.
That was really good.
It's funny because I liked this one of the stories that pops out to me because I did the true story of Chicago, basically.
Oh, that was
right?
fun.
That was
Yeah.
interesting.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? See,
I think for me the one that sticks out is the Powell case.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, that one's so heartbreaking.
That's heartbreaking.
Totally heartbreaking.
But it was bananas to me. The thing that about it was the father-in-law. I was like, oh my God, that
was a whole another level.
yeah.
Oh, I feel like I did one where they were like plotting in a Pizza Hut or whatever.
Yeah.
I
That was
really
a fun
liked that.
conversation.
Or the guy that tried to kayak to Mexico.
Yes.
Oh my God, with the
stupid-
girl. Yes. Oh my God. I forgot about
Think about
that
the one that
story.
you did, Cassie, where the guy, he was like a white guy from England and tried to like, didn't he try to like say that he was from India? He made a fake passport.
Yes. Oh my
and like
God,
painted
yes.
himself brown and like took a picture and was like, I'm Indian. Everyone was like, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
it's like
so.
what's his face in White Chicks or whatever.
Like,
where you're like,
you're in brown
No.
face, my friend. What's going on here?
what is
Yeah.
happening?
Oh man.
Keegan, you did the story in New Orleans about that guy, the couple that stayed during
Yes, for Katrina,
for
and
Katrina.
they started their own little community in
That-
Katrina,
yeah.
and then it ended
not
Very
good.
badly.
such a scary way.
So sad.
Yeah, there's so. I mean, like, at this point, we've all told. I can't even remember all of the Tainted Loves I've told.
I gotta be honest. The story that has always eluded me, and I've always wanted to cover, was the Jody area story.
I know you've
Yeah.
literally
I
been
know.
saying that
Since
since
the
year
beginning,
one.
and
yeah.
I almost
It's
did it
just
last
so
year.
Much.
Yeah, there's just been so much done on it.
And that too. There's been so much done on it. There's so many layers to it. It just
it's hard to do those like really like I had done
Famous.
Scott Peterson or
Yeah.
whatever, and we try not to make it like an hour and 45 minutes
Right.
section or whatever
Mm-hmm.
the podcast. We're like, how do you summarize something in like 20-25 minutes?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I liked the one I did recently too. Elizabeth. Oh my gosh.
Taylor.
Thank you. Taylor. I liked that one.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I think probably because I didn't know. I think sometimes we think we know, like, or things are so infamous that you're like, oh, I know that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you really dive into some of the details and some of the stuff kind of starts to come to life, you're like, oh, wow, that's much more layered and nuanced than you ever give it credit for, because half the time we only hear, we get to see what's the surface story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, it's funny because I was, most recently I considered doing the story of, oh gosh, what's her name? Who just got released from prison?
Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose.
That's a hometown girl
Yeah.
for me.
Well, and then because her and her, I guess, boyfriend that she was communicating with are the ones who did kill her mom. But again, you want to talk about something nuanced. I mean, that is, there's nothing
a lot of
straightforward
conversation to
about-
have about that situation. Did you ever watch the documentary, the Mommy Dead and Dearest
Yeah.
documentary? And the way that, because the clips are going back around now that Gypsy Rose got let out, and, like on TikTok and stuff. And the way that Dee Dee, who's Gypsy Rose's mom, the way that Dee Dee's family talked about her.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, yeah, she had to have been a real piece of work, because her brother, her parents, like everybody is like, you know.
But then why was no one there? I don't know. It just makes
Gypsy?
you,
yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
It is a very sad story.
What about, because I feel like this is the question that we get asked most frequently. When we tell people we have a bad date podcast or a dating podcast.
Oh, they always ask,
what's the worst date you've ever heard? Or, so I'm not going to ask you that, but like, if you look back on the last 5.5 years and we think about the dating stories we've told, and I honestly, I forget them so quickly, but are there any that jump out at you as like ones that you remember?
the puppet in the trunk.
Yeah. The puppet in the trunk. That was a good one. The one that I always just like when those phrasing triggers the story. I don't remember which one of you told it, about the lady who had to go to the bathroom.
The toilet paper?
Yeah.
Hanging over the register.
Yes.
Girl.
Yeah. Over
never.
the radiator.
The radiator?
Yeah.
Never
yeah.
There's just
they
smell.
reused
Toilet paper.
toilet paper.
Girl, the smell.
No, I'll tell you this. Listen, I am making some financial changes in my life right now. And I went to go, I was going grocery shopping.
Toilet paper is expensive.
And it is one thing I will never skimp on.
Nope. Yep.
I'm telling you that much.
No.
I'm not buying the one ply.
Nope.
I don't care. I would have to be... Things would have to look.
Dire.
If I start buying the one ply, worry about me.
Yeah.
Be like, we gotta do something.
I'm a Cottonelle girl. I like the ridges.
Yes, the ridges.
Yeah.
The Cottonelle with the ridges.
Cottonelle is great.
Ultra clean.
Yes.
Cottonelle is definitely by far. You know, here's the problem I have with Cottonelle. I always accidentally use too much. I always like pull I'm like, shit, I need like half that.
I kind of always do that anyway, which is it's a bad consumerist habit of
I got
mine.
a bidet now.
Yeah.
You fancy bitch.
Ooh, that's
so fancy.
fancy ass.
Power wash my butthole.
As
on the
we
regular.
should be doing.
It's
Truly.
so great. Dude, I can't go back.
I got to be honest with you. I was one of the things I was very excited about moving to Europe and to Germany about was I was like, ooh, I'm going to get a bidet.
Yeah.
I have not seen an apartment yet that has a bidet in it. I'm like, is
Is
that
it
a
common in
German
Germany?
thing?
Yeah,
I
German.
thought for sure I was going to get myself a bidet.
What are you most looking forward to in Germany?
Being close to other European cities, being close to history.
Yeah.
We know I'm a big history buff. I like one of my top of the list things to go see is the head of Nefertiti. The bust cast.
Yeah.
Because it's at the Berlin Museum. And plus two, I'm literally studying art history right now, and I'm currently taking a personalized study course with a professor, and what we're studying is, or what I've focused on is German expressionism, which is my favorite type of art movement. So I'm really excited to see some of that, some of those pieces. That'll be really exciting.
Nice.
So, yeah. But I'm excited across the board. It's going to be weird.
Yeah,
I think there's
cool.
part of me that's like I have this kind of like I don't want to make expectations too grand.
Right.
I don't like to like oversell myself, or But I'm already excited. I'm already excited about the people I'm working with. I've already been kind of starting having meetings and stuff with because I'm already working with them. And it's really exciting already.
Yeah.
And, it's a brand I've worked for in the past. So in some ways it's a little bit of like going home. There's a lot of people I love working with at my, where I'm coming from. So, but it's still within the same parent company. So, it very much feels like I'm not leaving necessarily. It's not like you're going to a different entire parent company where but
yeah, I think too I'm introspective because we did go to the Barrel last night.
Yeah.
And then when I picked Keegan up today, we were talking about just like being at the Barrel last night and just how different everything has been.
Yeah.
And how different it's going to be moving forward. And I think that one of the things when I was talking to Eric the other day about our friend group was like 5 years ago was not uncommon for a group of 30 people
Yeah.
to go out every Friday and
weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah. No, in the way that it wasn't uncommon so much as it was the common.
Yeah.
It was the norm.
It was the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you know, you look at,
A lot's happened since then.
A lot's happened
We survived
since then.
a pandemic, a lockdown.
Right.
People have had kids. People have got married. You know, things
moved.
just changed.
Yeah. And, you know, there are times where I think I feel very sad that we don't have those weekends and those things. But then when I think about it now, I guess it would have been weird if we were still there.
Yeah.
Because it would have meant that nothing changed and nothing
that's
evolved and grew. And so I think that, you know, as bittersweet as it is to, you know, say Auf Wiedersehen for now,
Right.
that it is good that you are taking a chance and growing and changing.
You have to, you know, and it is hard, and it is like it can be uncomfortable. Like transitions are difficult, but I think when you're presented with an adventure, saying yes is generally a good policy.
I got to be honest, you know, as much as I'm going to miss everybody, all those things, there's no way I could have said no to this.
Right.
I think when I look at, you know, where I was, God, if I had told my 20-year-old self that this was going to happen to me, I would have been like, I think there is a part of me that would have like, yeah, of course it is.
Well, you are still you.
Yeah.
I am still me. But I think that I just would have been like thrilled because I do, and I'm not doing this for 20-year-old of me. I'm doing this for 45-year-old me, but it's still very fucking exciting. It is. There's a part of me that's like, this is what we play for, right?
Well,
This
and
is
it's
the big
also
leagues.
really cool because getting older myself, it becomes harder and harder to uproot and to move. I know a lot of people that are like, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to be. This is, you know, so I think it's really inspiring and it's really cool that you're just like, fuck yeah. I'm moving to Germany. I try it out. And if it sucks, I'll do something different.
You can always leave.
That's exactly right. And that's exactly how I feel about it. I'm like, you know, listen, I don't like to do what's the worst that could happen because I don't need my brain to go down those dark journeys. But I do think that, like, you know, there's a way out. It's not like
There's always a way out.
And I think that that's the thing that you do learn with age too. I think that sometimes when you're younger, everybody's like, oh, that's when you can do all these things and try. And I think I was probably a little bit more scared then.
Yeah, I mean, you had a responsibility then
true.
too. You had a child. It's a little bit more difficult.
It is true. Yeah. But I think that you have to say yes to even when it makes sense.
Yeah.
But you can't live in the fear of the thing.
What if it doesn't work out?
Yeah. I kind of live I assume it's going to work out, and if it doesn't, then we go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm not married to it.
Yeah, cross that bridge when you get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thrilled. I'm excited to experience this new journey. I'm really excited. Here's what I'll say. I'm excited, but I never expect it. It's the same way moving to LA. Like, I'm excited. I can't wait. I want my friends, everybody to come visit me. And truthfully, only 2 people have ever visited me here in LA. So, you know, and that track record is not necessarily the greatest. You know, I had 2 friends come and visit me, and cut this if you want, but I ended up buying their tickets, and I love them both and have no regrets about doing it. But I'm just like, you know, I think a lot of people are like, oh, we're going to come visit you. We're going to do this. I'm literally at the don't hold your breath stage of life where I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it.
I don't think you ever can. I think you just have to accept that I've moved a lot in my life.
Yeah.
I've lived a lot of different places, and you know, you have friendships that endure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if they can't visit all the time, those friendships are still close and they endure. You have people you're going to lose. It just is part of it.
Yeah.
It is part of it.
Well, no, it's not. And I refuse. Okay. We know that I will refuse
I take it back.
to lose friends. You know, that doesn't happen. And what I'm saying is I'm not calling these people friends. I just do hope. I think a lot of people say, come visit me in my new location. And I think that people get into this set place where they're like, they say that, but they don't mean it. And I think, I think I probably do the same thing too. People are like, oh, you should come stay with us when you come to this city or whatever. And we have taken advantage of that a couple of times and not taken advantage, but like done that. And I'm like, yeah, like you can do that. Like if people invite you to come visit them, they're not saying, come spend millions of dollars on this very expensive hotel, you know, and go out of your way. And, you know, I really do. I really do hope that people come visit me. In my mind, this discludes you because this is a given that you will come see me. So
yeah, it's so funny. I'm like the opposite where I'm like, I've moved an hour away if there's no traffic, 2.5 hours if it's LA. And I'm always like, I don't want to bother anybody. That's a really far drive. You know, I'm like, because Keegan's like, I can come over. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'll come to you. I don't want to put anybody out.
That is the mindset that a lot of people I think have. And it is this kind of thing where we're like, oh, I don't want to bother you or put them out. I would never ask. Well, I think that's the one thing everybody can know about me if you've been listening for 5 years. If I say it, I mean it.
Yep.
And if I mean it, I say it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so for me, I'm like, believe me when I say, especially for these first couple months, I'm going to be by myself in a 2-bedroom place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With just Rose and I.
And the cold, in the snow.
It's going to be fine.
Will you get little jackets for Rose?
Oh, I'm definitely getting
my God. Hell
She already has a hoodie.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Will you get her one of those like little like hats?
Yeah.
Like, like one of those fur
Gotta keep
hats.
her ears warm.
Rosie,
She's got big ears.
You want to get a hat? You want to get a little hat? Yeah. She's doing the head side to side thing. Yeah. But yeah, we need some worms.
Well, listeners, happy 5.5 years.
Yeah.
Please go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstatepodcast.com. You can write Cassie and wish her bon voyage. And and still write in your date stories because it's still happening.
Yes.
We're still making it happen.
Yeah.
And we love you so much.
Yeah.
Cheers.